Yo, yo, yo. Hey guys, Rowan here, and welcome to Blueprints. This is going to be my Fresh Prince of Blue Air series, because Aywenn and I have a competition going. We were playing this together, and if you haven't seen that series, my initial impressions of Blueprints and initial solving puzzles, go back and watch that. It's absolutely awesome. But Aywenn feels like the only reason I got as far as I did is because of all her hard work taking notes. When I was on team, I don't need to take any notes. Well, you know what? I've got a little journal right here. Little journal. I got sharpened pencils. I can solve this without her. She is busy solving the game. She has already seen a bunch of things I haven't, unlocked things I haven't, solved the chess puzzle, and she is not letting me live these things down. But I will not let her win. I will solve this game. You mark my words. I will win this challenge. This friendly competition. The gauntlet has been tossed down. Now, this is my second attempt at this because I made some permanent decisions I didn't necessarily want to keep anymore. And we're not going to dwell on the past. The past is the past. Decisions were made, and we are going to look towards the future. The future where I win. Oh, yes. So, let's get started. Oh, this game's so good. Now, I'm going to take some notes during this intro because I feel like there's important stuff here. Oh, this intro gives me the tingles every time. It's so good. This game is so good. Everything about it, top notch. Tonda Ross is a genius. This game's so good.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my
This recital
Mary
seems
Matthew,
important.
all of my right, title, and interest in, and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45 room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts in a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
So good. Oh, gets me every time. Now, I am going to split the episode after every day, and then I'm going to go back and take notes. And look at this. Like, what does this mean? You can't tell me this doesn't mean anything. Everything in this game has meaning. Everything is puzzle. Everything is clue. Mount Holly Blueprint. This will serve as a useful map and inventory log during your adventure. You may access the blueprint menu by pressing tab. Open only in the event of my death. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, "Don't go where the path leads. Abandon the path and go where you want it to lead." With all my love and wishes, best of luck, Herbert S. Sinclair. Searching the estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you will lose one step. When you no longer have any steps left, you will be too tired to continue searching the manor and must call it a day. Okay. So, entrance hall. Past the steps and beyond the grand doors, admission to Mount Holly is granted by way of a dark and garish lobby, suitably called the entrance hall. From here, each guest's adventure begins. However, the three doors that proceed onward do not always lead to the same adjoining rooms. Type permanent, blueprint, rarity NA. Antechamber. From its root meaning, the room before. All signs and paths point towards the antechamber. This mysterious sealed room, resting on the 9th rank, may prove, however, quite an initial challenge to even reach, let alone enter. Still, you can't help but draw a connection between this chamber and room 46. Type blueprint, objective, rarity NA. Room 46. The mysterious room mentioned in H.S. Sinclair's will, named only by a number. Despite the house's official blueprint only showing a total of 45 rooms, the words of the legal document make it apparent that a 46th room in the house in fact exists. Finding this room is your primary objective on the estate. It is, after all, your bequest and our quest. Type blueprint, type objective, rarity rumored. Alright, let's go, shall we? Now, I do have experience playing this already, and I've seen the end credits. Now, I haven't solved all the mysteries and puzzles. As we go through, I'm not going to solve things until I find the right clues. Doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked. I'm also going to go back and, review my footage and take my notes there, so I'm not standing here for ages, jotting down notes on every little thing. Hallway. One of the many nondescript hallways snaking through the estate and providing elegant causeways between the more noteworthy destinations that the house has to offer. We could definitely throw a dead end here. Yeah, I think let's throw down a closet. That's completely fine here. A dice, single ivory die. +1 while drafting, you may use dice to reroll new floor plans. That's huge. Dice are absolutely huge. An old weathered shovel looks like it could be useful for digging. It's a great thing to find early. Closet, a very modest recessed space used for storage. This particular closet's favored by the junior members of the staff, who utilize it to stash away assorted articles and knickknacks whose proper place in the estate's yet unknown to them. Type blueprint, dead end, rarity, commonplace. Alright. Well, you give me a den, I take a den. This room, I tell you, this room just screams that it has a secret to me. What that secret is, I have yet to figure out, but oh boy, I am going to solve this. I know there's a secret here. Just know it. Den, a more traditional family room, warm and inviting, so comfortable one might assume that the countless clocks surrounding the sofas are placed in a futile attempt to avoid inevitably wasting the entire day here. Type blueprint, rarity, commonplace. Do we want to dead end this? I don't think we're ready to. Give me the parlor. This cozy lounge, furnished with couches and armchairs, serves as the perfect social setting for receptions and after-parties. Consequently, this was one of the most popular rooms for entertaining, and the late H.S. Sinclair was known to supply a myriad of parlor games to encourage his guests to think and conversate. Type puzzle, blueprint, rarity, commonplace. Rather curious wind-up key, component of the parlor game. May the 2nd. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we're beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. Oh, I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I'd mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I'd played some years back, involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you'll need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend, M. Laurie. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize within, the other 2 are always empty. Alright. This statement appears on another box. The blue box is empty. This statement appears on another box. So, this is true. This is true. This has to be false. The blue box has the gems. Fantastic. Alright. Well, give me a corridor here. Corridor is always left unlocked. We'll take it. A long hall with 2 doors at either end that had been one of your uncle's most frequently traveled rooms. Consequently, he had left strict instructions to the household staff that the doors of this corridor should never under any circumstance be locked. Hallway commonplace. Okay. We could do a pantry here. This is fine. Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we've just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. Well, give me the money. Give me the fruit. Alright. Well, let's keep this going. Well, I think the drawing room makes the most sense here. May draw new floor plans while drafting in this room. Drawing floor plans. Each time you click on a door, you will draw 3 floor plans, from which you must select one to draft. However, there are some items and rooms that allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options. Now, here is a clue. We can see from the painting that one of the candlesticks has been moved. This one, the arm is down. Now, I do not know from here how to open this. But we've certainly found a secret safe. What we can do with that secret safe, I do not know. Well, passageway, I don't necessarily know about. I kind of would like a dead end here. Yeah, give me a redraw. Okay. You know what? I actually think we take the nook. I would like a key. Yeah, give me that. Pantry. A well-stocked pantry is always the true test of a large estate, and keeping Mount Holly's wide gamut of ingredients and supplies stocked has always been one of the primary priorities of the house staff. Blueprint commonplace. Drawing room. A social sitting room adorned wall to wall with artwork and drawings. An unfinished sketch of your uncle sits on an easel in the middle of the room, providing a vivid image of what were presumably his final days, depending on when the project was abandoned. Cost 1 gem, type drafting, blueprint, rarity commonplace. And nook. A snug corner reading room which serves as a quiet, private place for guests to spend a few hours of their afternoon away from the hustle and bustle of the staff. Type blueprint, rarity commonplace. A journey noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. A pad, scrap of paper, or perhaps most fittingly, a journal will prove to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey. Okay, this could be a dead end. We could also have it continue on. You know what? Let's drop the guest bedroom down here. A small bedroom maintained and kept available for accommodating weekend guests and impromptu visitors who find themselves compelled to stay the night. Bedroom, dead end, commonplace. Okay. Sinclair, just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles, and I appreciated I didn't need to know the rule of dots to play your variation. Hoping your health improves shortly. KL. I think it's KL. There's another gem for us. I think I want to backtrack ever so slightly here before we go on too far. It does eat up steps to do backtracking, but that's okay. We could drop a dead end right here. no dead end here. Give me the chapel. Okay. So we got number 1 is farmer. Number 2 is chef. Number 3, well, that's farmer, that's gardener. So gardener, chef, farmer. Rider is 4. No, that's 6. Rider, or chimney sweep's 4. Maid is 5. Rider's 6. Queen or king is 7. And interesting thing of note, a private sacristy, as ornate as the most lavish rooms of the estate, is watched over by 8. There's 7. 8 Ageran angels depicted in stained glass. The room is more a tribute to your uncle's vanity than it was to his faith. Type, entry, red room, commonplace. Okay. Yeah. Unless that is one of the angels, but no, there's not as many angels as it would lead us to believe. Yeah, give me a storeroom here. That's fine. A dedicated storage space filled from end to end with a surplus of chairs, carpets, paintings, and a handful of other things that had one time been in vogue and on display elsewhere in the house. Blueprint dead end, rarity commonplace. Alright. Yeah, you're going to take my coin. So now we want this to continue on so we can go kind of past that and up. Storeroom does that. Or spare room, I mean. Excuse me. An unfurnished, unfinished, and otherwise unremarkable empty room. If there had at some point been plans for the spare room, it would seem those designs are now long forgotten. Type blueprint, rarity commonplace. Okay. Well, I think we put down the boudoir. The boudoir. Oh. Coin purse, small coin purse. Each time you collect 3 coins, earn an additional 1 coin interest. Love it. A private salon with a plethora of fainting couches and chaise lounges that serve both as a dressing room for her ladyship in the mornings and a cozy sitting room for her in the evenings. Bedroom, standard, okay. Alright, so this is our clue to the safe. It's one of these puzzles that is painfully obvious when we know that it's showing us Christmas Day. And Christmas is always on 12/25. We get letter 4. Herbert, I was distraught to learn that you've chosen to omit the details of our dear Marian's disappearance from the public record. It is no surprise to me that the royal court would want this embarrassment kept as quiet as possible, but I'm shocked that you have so little regard for your niece that you would play the king's scullion and stoop to kissing the foot that treads upon her memory. She gave up her family, her fortune, and her life, and all you can do is think of your name. Having never had a family name nor fortune of my own, I cannot personally condemn you for faltering in your commitment to make the same sacrifices she did. But for the love of God, do not, by that same display of weakness, clutch your petty assets so tightly that you undermine the cause that she forfeited everything to further. Our countrymen must be made aware of the price she paid and must be made to see the color of the flag she flew as she rode into the darkness of 100 nights. To deny her story is to deny her life. If through your silence you bless this betrayal, our son Simon, your heir, will inherit a fortune of lies and will spit upon your grave when he learns of your cursed foolishness. Needless to say, we will not be coming for Christmas this year. Daniel. Alright. Now this continues us going up. Not ideal. Alright. We're able to continue on. Yeah, give me the East Wing Hall here. This fenestrated hallway overlooks the east side of the estate grounds, is warmed in the early days by the light of the rising afternoon sun. Hallway, rarity unusual. Interesting that the rarity is unusual. Probably because it can only show up in the East Wing. Wow. Let's drop the observatory down, I think. Housing an impressively large telescope, Mount Holly's observatory is a window to the world above and beyond the clouds and sky. Through its mirrored lens, even a novice stargazer will be able to distinctly appreciate the wonder, signs, and constellations that punctuate the tapestry of night. Type blueprint, rarity standard. So we got a globe. These the same. Interesting. Look at that underneath. Okay. Fixed Stars, The Stargazer's Companion to Constellations by Richard Whitt. Fenairs, Bird & Sons Publishing, 1809. Preface. This book contains a complete star base, a list of constellations, and observed effects that accompany the appearance of each one. Depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky on any given day, different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than one on a single day. This book, a solid base for astronomy, will help you easily identify these constellations, impress your friends, and discover the joy of stargazing. 1. North Star, +1 gold. The Twins, 2 trunks have been added to entrance hall. The Slice, +3 steps. 4. Diamondus Minor, +1 gem. 5. The Southern Cross, rooms of 4 doors are more common today. 7. The Farmer's Apple, apples are extra delicious today. 8. Clavis the Key, +1 key. 11. Diamondus Major, +5 gems. 12. Draxus the Dead, dead-end rooms are more common today. 15. The Sale, everything is 50% off today. 20. For Alias, Bloom of the Sky, green worms are more likely to contain special flowers today. Okay. Quite interesting. Yeah, let's get you moved up. Can't do anything with this. No. North Star, 1 gold. It's not much, but I'll take it. Okay, we need to be able to go north here. Well, I guess passageway it is. That's the option. Observatory. Housing an impressively large telescope, Mount Holly's observatory is a window to the world above and beyond the clouds and sky. Through its mirrored lens, even a novice stargazer will be able to distinctly appreciate the wonders, signs, and constellations that punctuate the tapestry of night. Cost gem, type blueprint, rarity standard. Now we get passageway. A long, cramped series of unfinished passages used primarily by the servant staff to traverse the estate quickly. Cost 2 gems, type hallway, rarity commonplace. Okay, well, at least it continues us onward. Yeah, I think we gotta go courtyard here. Even though I'm not loving that choice. Courtyard, a charming spot granting guests a bit of fresh air and open skies within the privacy of the maноred walls. Cost gem, green room, rarity standard. Now the good news is, I have a shovel. Bad news is, nothing of interest buried there. Alright, this could be a dead end. Be a mighty fine place for a dead end. Although not putting a dead end could be good too, though. Because it ensures we are able to continue. Huh. Putting down a dead end does get the dead end out of my drafting pool, though. Alright. And put down the dead end. Lavatory. A room one might go to great lengths to avoid showing guests, despite them always probing for its location. Alright, we do have some keys. Don't have many keys, but we do have some keys. Yeah, we'll drop a bedroom down. If we enter this room, we gain 2 steps. Bedroom, a familiar room that you may have slept in at some prior visit in the past. Like most bedrooms of the estate, these quarters offer you a little rest and recuperation during your long days exploring the surrounding rooms. Type entry, bedroom, rarity commonplace. What just absolutely startling eyes. I love that. I could stare into those eyes all day. Ooh. Okay. Hey, some dice. Alright. Does mean I have no keys. Greetings from Reddington. Please do not be locked. You weren't. Dining room. That'll do. Each day, a meal is served in the dining room after rank 8 has been reached. There has to be a way to get out there. Okay, this could be a dead end. I would be A-okay with this being a dead end. Bunk room. This room counts as 2 bedrooms. Absolutely. Drop that down. That's fine. Yeah, give me some steps back. Hi. Turtles of Vera. The Trinsdale Mystery. Today is a good day because Simon is at camp and he's not as much fun as my friends. I will not have to share my toys, and I will not have to share my room, and I will not have to share my snacks. Having a younger brother is not as much fun as they told me it would be, but today will be a good day because he is at camp. Herbie is mean and really stupid, and today's a good day because I threw away his airplane. I also had more fun at camp than he has had in his entire life. Today is a good day because I got my brother in trouble for reading my private journal without my permission and writing mean things in it too. He also threw my model airplane in the bushes outside, but I got it back, and if he does it again, he will not get to go to the park on Friday, and I'll make sure he gets no presents for his birthday. I don't need any presents because I have my brother's book because he won't stop writing about me, and today's a good day because I know he cries when he can't find his book. Even though he's older, he is a crybaby. Today is a good day because today my brother returns from college, and I get to finally return to him the book I took from him a long, long time ago. Hopefully you find it as hilarious as I do. I honestly have no idea how we survived sharing a room. All things being said, I wouldn't have it any other way. I still would rather have had a sister. Congrats on the diploma and welcome home, Simon. Alright. Well, we got rid of another dead end. I have no keys. That's a bit of a problem. That's a little bit of an issue, little bit of a sticking point for us right now. We could very quickly here have nowhere we can go. In fact, I am fairly certain we may already be in that situation. Wasn't locked though. I would like to redraw here. Workshop, huh? Okay, give me the workshop. Combine inventory to create new items. Oh, you know what? We didn't look at some of these rooms, did we? Okay, yeah, we did look at bedroom. Dining room. An intimate and warm room with a large dining table boasting a serving tray with silver dome cover. Dinner served here each evening. Blueprint standard. Okay. Bunk room. This rustic, wooden, stacked bunk beds evoke the enticing promise of campfire stories and childhood adventures. This bedroom served as a pillow fort in the bedroom to the young Sinclair boys. It's remained faithfully unchanged over the years. Bedroom, bedroom, dead end, dead end. Very unusual. Workshop. Springs, screws, and coils scattered atop the workbench show signs of this room's frequent use. A craftsman's studio dedicated to creativity and invention, this room was used by your uncle regularly. Whenever he needed to fix or improve a gadget or contraption, type mechanical, blueprint, rarity, unusual. Oh, sledgehammer. Heavy sledgehammer can shatter padlocks, unlock trunks. The true box does not always contain the prize. No, I don't really have anything to combine right now. 8. Stones cut by hand in letters wrought do spell our secrets carved from thought. A message read is often lost. Among the bold words spoken soft. A note is read, the letter is not. We could do billiard room. I think I do billiard room here. Billiard room. It's a great way to get keys. The smoky back room, featuring a pool table and fully stocked bar, has served as a retreat on more than one occasion for guests lacking the social wit required for after-dinner conversation. A rather curious game of darts provided the less competitive players a unique opportunity to ponder over its unusual rules. Type puzzle, blueprint, commonplace. 5. 1 plus 2. So these blue is add. 1 plus 2 is 3. 15. Yellow is minus. Minus 7 is 8. 11 minus 3 is 8. 2 and pink is times. 2 times 6 is 12. 15 minus 3 is 2. Times 3 is 6. There we go. Gets us keys, which we desperately, desperately needed. We immediately have to use one. Ooh, I don't like any of these choices right now. Now redraw. Conference room will do. Whenever items would be spread throughout the house, they are placed in this room instead. Spreading items. Some special rooms allow you to spread items throughout your house. When items are spread, they are immediately placed in several of the rooms currently on your estate. However, if you have a conference room, spread items are gathered in that room instead. In his later years, H.S. Sinclair had become withdrawn from public life and conducted all business from the comfort and privacy of home. This included the occasional board meetings, which were held in the professional setting of this room. Spread blueprint unusual. Reminder, after meeting adjourns, take all conference notes and place them in the office safe. Safe code 9083. Yeah, we want a dead end right here. Oh, great. And I gotta use a key. Yeah, we're gonna have to take the dark room here. Cannot see the floor plans while drafting in this room. I could redraw. Well, that's kind of unfortunate. Okay, we'll take the mailroom then. Yeah, package will be delivered here the day after drafting this room. Oh, hey, keycard. Electronic keycard opens electronically powered security doors. Ollie 57188. Okay. Please return all correspondence and packages addressed to Denny Ravane, the sender, as he is no longer employed of our staff. There's some text we can't read. Utility room fuse box, indicator settings. Press any button above to activate blue. Press a blue indicator next to red indicator to activate purple. 5 purple indicators are needed to activate the 6th. More detailed instructions will be sent by electronic mail to the address the client has provided. I'm not sure if that's important. This all seems important. Everything is clue. Everything important. Dad, 1809 Alice Drive, Fen Eris 63022. Scarra 6789. Simon P. Jones, Mount Holly Estate, Fen Eris 63080. Hey, buddy. How's it going up there in that big house? I think most people would be pretty scared being alone for this length of time, but I have a feeling you're doing just fine. I imagine you happy as a clam, perfectly content on the estate with the exploration and opportunities for adventure that present themselves each day. As I'm writing this, you're currently in the garage packing the tent. I wanted to try to post this letter before we depart tomorrow so that it has a chance to arrive during your first few days on the estate. With all the preparations, I'm not sure I'm going to find the time. There's so much I want to say, and I'm sure I'll forget to tell you Friday night. Sometimes it's easier for me to just jot this stuff down. You're yelling at me right now to come bring you a pillowcase. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. I can tell you're really excited, but I think you might feel a little guilty about being so happy the day after the funeral. Believe me, I know how long Uncle Herbert worked on setting this up for you, and I know from our conversations just how much happiness this final project brought him. So do us both a favor. Be excited. The house really is amazing. I know it's been almost 7 years since we were last up there, and I'm really curious to hear just how much you remember from those summer trips. You've always been smarter than me at this kind of thing, so I'm not sure how much guidance or inspiration I can offer before your trip that'll actually be useful to you. Despite my best intentions, I'm sure that on Friday I'll end up leaving you with a few of my overused cliche expressions when we say farewell. Later, alligator. Dad. Yes, get some sleep each night and don't spend all your time each day playing Dirigiblocks. Yeah, they need to get Dirigiblocks added. I want to play that. Alright, so we are in a bit of a problem. Because I believe this is locked. I'm going to have to go back to the dining room. We've got to take the path that actually can progress us. As much as I want to pop that open and see what it is. My steps are very nearly gone. So that's an issue. All right. Yep, use our key. Yeah, we can use our last gem, drop a rumpus from here. Mailroom. Dedicated mailing room in which incoming, outgoing posts and packages are sorted and delivered within the state to their intended recipients. Type tomorrow, blueprint, dead end, rarity unusual. Rumpus room. Uniquely modern fashioned gaming room, the Rumpus Room has provided many guests this state with countless hours of recreation. Room's outfitted with a record player, 2 television sets, a collection of board games, and a mysterious antique fortune-telling automaton named Alzara. Cost 1 gem, type blueprint, rarity standard. Alright. I love this.
And as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a drumming cry. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear. I see a boy standing on a shore of white sand. He is looking for something. Something he was told he would not find. I see a black cat tied to a red flag. searching for yet will not find. A lost room beyond the dark waters. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alisara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
So good. Alright, we are in a little bit of trouble here. Well, we are just basically toast. Well, I tried. Absolutely unfortunate. Not much I can do at this point. Some days be like that, though. We just got dead-ended too quick. You've used all your steps and must now call it a day. You've pushed yourself to the very edge of exhaustion. You must now return to your campsite to get some rest. You can continue your search tomorrow. However, the house might be a little bit different. Mount Holly Prosaic Inn. 5 bedrooms. Total rooms 28. Rank reached 6. Steps taken 76. Items found 6. Alright. Well, folks, I will see you on the flip side of the Fresh Prince side. See you there. And we're back. Let's continue with day 2, shall we? So, I went through, rewatched my footage, frantically scribbled down notes. Day 2. And I'm no closer to solving all the mysteries of this place than I was before I did that. But it needed to be done. Alright, well, I guess give me a hallway again. When life gives you hallways, you take those. Mailroom package delivered. Alright. Alright. Customer copy packing slip. The Cinca Company, 445 West Barberone Avenue. Date pack 11-5. K. Thompson, Department 604. Service number 115777770. 1 brass compass, 2 gems, shipped 11-5. Invoice number 627. Customer order number 5254. No claims for shortage will be allowed unless this packing slip is returned to us with details within 8 business days. Compass, draw floor plans leading north more frequently. And gems. I will take it. Alright, fine. Let's take the bedroom. It's A-okay by me. I don't want a dead end here. Parlor is fine here. It's absolutely fine. Oh, hey! Magnifying glass. Wooden brass magnifying glass. Expect documents to state more closely. It's huge. Wind up key component of the parlor game. I don't know what we're looking for, but we shall find it. The box that claims to be black has the gems. This box is the blue box. That is categorically false. This box is the black box. That is categorically false. This has to be true. So you claim to be black. You have the gems. Fantastic. Well, give me the pantry. That text looks different. Very interesting. We shall see. Ooh. Do we want to burn 2 gems? We don't want to. I think we do, though. I think it is the right call. Yeah, I'm gonna say no to the weight room. Give me the storeroom here. Do we want to keep going forward here? Oh, we could drop the boiler room? Alright. We'll drop the boiler room. Then I'm gonna backtrack. Boiler room. Utility room serving as a central hub for controlling the heating and steam power supplied to various rooms of the estate. Steam power is conveyed in the estate through steam ducts that run through select rooms. These floor plans must be drafted in an alignment that will facilitate the steam traveling through the house to reach its intended destination. Cost 1 gem, type mechanical blueprint, rarity unusual. Alright, we'll come back to you. You can just sit and think about things. Now, you can be a dead end. The lavatory doesn't do anything for us. So I guess we drop the guest bedroom here. KL. Oh, and actually, hold on. This takes a little bit of steps. However, there was stuff to see here. Did they ever prove he was the one that stole the Baron's mail? And there's this interesting insignia here. The grand realm of Fen Eris. In fog we are lost, in fire we are found. Mora Jai, 4 cents. The White Sea of Yore. Okay. Do you want the den? I think we want the den. Yep. Give me more gems, please. And honestly, this can be a dead end. Drop a wine cellar here. Let's do it. This also feels Very suspicious to me. Like, MCCX3. So, yeah. It's just, this feels so suspicious. There's no doubt in my mind something's going on there. Wine cellar. Short staircase leads down to this below-ground cellar, revealing an impressive collection of bottles from every respectable vintage of the last 200 years. To the seasoned wine aficionado, the labels displayed here would indicate a preference for prioritizing extravagance and rarity over quality. Blueprint dead end, rarity unusual. Yeah, 3 gems is pretty darn good, though. You do corridor here. I think that's completely fine. Oh, we just got dead-ended over here. Alright, give me the closet. Okay, dice will help. While drafting me, use dice to